Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm Lee, and it's so great that you could stop by here today. I'm sure if you watched it, you enjoyed seeing the resurrection of my PowerMac G4 Quicksilver through the replacement of the power supply. And it is just so nice to have that machine up and running again. So now I'm going to proceed on doing some of the things that I had intended to do on it before that dreaded pop occurred. The pop of the power supply, of course. The first one, the subject of this video, hopefully this is going to be pretty simple, pretty easy. You may remember, and if you haven't seen it, I think you really ought to take a look at the series on the world's most powerful sawtooth. One of the things I wanted to do with the sawtooth, of course, was to add a Firewire 800 card. And I put in a card, I believe it was this one. Molex Power, and okay, this should work really well. Well, it worked in that it went into the machine. The system recognized it as being plugged in. It recognized that it was a Firewire 800 card. But the speeds, I could plug in a drive and mount it, but the speeds were just nowhere near Firewire 800 speeds. So in order to get to that aspect of the world's most powerful sawtooth, I had to cannibalize the Quicksilver, because the Quicksilver had a working Firewire 800 card in it. So really, just so I could continue on with the series at that point, I took it out of the Quicksilver. Now, I love the Quicksilver. And it needs Firewire 800. That's actually the way I plug in the Time Machine drive so it can be backed up. All right, so today we have to restore Firewire 800. I have a couple of possibilities. There is this smaller card, which has Firewire 400 and two Firewire 800 ports on the front. That would work fine, I do think. I also will have this card. Three Firewire 800 ports on the front. There's plenty of Firewire 400 on the Quicksilver already. And again, a Molex power connector. So we're going to try this one first. The plan is that will work, and then we'll go on and see how the speeds are, and if in fact we have now restored it to where it was before I started taking it apart to do the sawtooth. If not, we can always try the other card, but we'll start with this one. And I'm going to do that in just a second, so if you'd like to watch that, please stay tuned. All right, now you might wonder why I always start with opening the door. Back many years ago, in my first incarnation collecting, I had two PowerMac G4s. I had a sawtooth, and I had a Quicksilver. Now, even then, I remember the first time opening the Quicksilver and just being amazed. Oh my God. Everything is just there. Look at all of this stuff. So simple, so elegant. But I'm particularly taken now in this current incarnation by the distinction. This computer is 2002. Now you go back to the fairly recent series I did on PowerMac G3s. Now I've got a couple of PowerMac G3 blue and whites. I am always terrified every time I try to open those things up that it's just plain going to break off. This, I mean, I don't know, did Apple just design things better for this? Or has this, I mean, the machine's obviously been very well cared for over the years. I don't know. Anyhow, let's put this card in. right next to the Firewire 400 USB 2 card. I fix that in. And what's particularly nice is we have Molex right there, the same splitter. Uh-oh. No, I think it just... Well, I better go take a quick look at that. No, I think it's fine. It's the connectors into here in the card that came out. Well, we shall find out, won't we? So we have our Molex power. We have the card in. It is screwed into place. Now, assuming I didn't destroy this darn thing in the process, unfortunately, as you saw earlier, I do have backup. We should be okay. So let's close it back up. I keep saying things are never easy, are they? And let's see what has happened. Please stay tuned. Okay, we're all connected again. So let's boot it up. Light still comes on, that's good. Still chimes. Pretty darn loud, actually. As is the Quicksilver. Yeah, the Quicksilvers through the MDDs were notable for being very loud machines. All right. So far things do appear to be working. It is slow booting. I've said many times it doesn't really bother me. But we may be able to do a little something about that. Okay. And here we are. Okay. Go to about this Mac. Still have our dual 1 gigahertz PowerPC G4. That was a heck of an upgrade. I'm so glad I did that. All right, now. System profile. One thing I didn't check on in the last video, just to verify, yes, the DVD writer and the zip drive both are there. Both work. So when I had to take them out in order to replace the power supply, no harm done there. Okay, big thing to check, Firewire. Okay, there's our Firewire 800 bus. And now this 400 bus, the EyeSight camera is connected to one of the built-in Firewires. And this is the Leopard drive that is connected to the internal PCI card, Firewire 400 slot. Okay. Now, I suppose I could just declare victory at this point, but I'm not going to. First thing I need to try doing is plugging in the backup drive. And there it is. And it still sees it as the Time Machine drive. That's a good thing. Now, I want to do one other thing here. And that involves plugging in an external drive. Now, you'll have to forgive me. I need to go and get the external drive. I should have plotted this out better. So please stay tuned. All right, here it is. Let's plug it in. So far it does appear to be working. And there we go. Okay. And there are various things that have been stored on that drive. All right, now. Utilities. Okay, just getting the stopwatch ready. Now. Okay, now. I believe let's check info on this. Yes, the documents folder has 1.05 gigs, so we can call that 1 gig. I am going to copy that over to the Firewire drive, starting now. Let's say in about 3 minutes there. Now 2 minutes, so it's obviously going faster than that. I will let you know exactly how this turns out. So stay tuned. Okay, we're winding down. And we're done. 2 minutes, 49.9 seconds. So yeah, 2 minutes, 50 seconds, just shy of 3 minutes, which isn't that bad, really. I know we get very spoiled here in these wonderful days of USB 3, USB-C, Thunderbolt, even Thunderbolt 2, the incredible transfer rates. But, I mean, that's reasonable if you need to transfer a gig of data. All right, I should do one other test. And I'll need to shut down the video again and go get a 400 to 800 converter cable, connect the same drive using Firewire 400 speeds, and get a comparison between the two to see if we're really gaining anything with the use of this card. So with that in mind, stay tuned. Okay, let's connect the drive again. Waiting for it to mount. Doesn't want to mount. Unknown device. Okay, there it is. Yeah, this is touchy about exactly which port you use. There's two Firewire 800 ports on the enclosure. Touchy about which exact one you use, but now it's mounted. You got that fixed. Okay, so let's reset the clock and go again. Oh, this is frustrating. Ha 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 ha! This is frustrating. 35 seconds as opposed to 3 minutes. Yeah, same kind of thing. The Firewire 800 card is not delivering Firewire 800 speeds. And yeah, 1.05 gig. Okay. Tell you what. I'm going to have to put that other card in. Let's see if we get the same result with that other card. Man. Okay, well, stay tuned. All right then. Let's unplug that Molex. Get this card out of here without damaging anything. Oh, I see what it is. There's a screw. There. Getting in the way. All right. And now to get up here so that I can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay. That card is in place. Didn't lose the screw. All right. Now we'll close this up, get this plugged in again, and see if it's any different. Stay tuned. All right, we're up and running again. Here's our Firewire external. Oops. Now the time to beat on this is 35 seconds. This is not looking good. Yeah, this is about what I got from that other card. Yeah, 13 minutes. And it's obviously not going to be that, but it's obviously not Firewire 800. All right, well, we shall see if I can figure something out. Stay tuned. All right. What I'm trying is taking one of that other card that was slow in the sawtooth and connecting it. I don't have any reason to think it's going to be any better, but let's see. About 2 minutes. Okay, well, stay tuned. We'll get the sad result in a moment. Yep, 2 minutes, 34.48 seconds, which is somewhat better than the first card I tried. But still 2 minutes longer than the built-in Firewire 400. All right. I think what I'm going to have to try to do is to see if I can track down the same make of card that is in the sawtooth, because that one works. That one definitely works. It's a smaller card, but it is powered, but by a floppy Molex connector. Well, I'll see what I can do. So I'm sorry to say this one is going to have to go down as a fail. unless anybody out there's got any bright ideas. 3 different Firewire 800 cards, none of them worked. One of them a total disaster. Well, okay, in any event, be good to other people. Other people really need it, and they deserve it, and so do you. We can make this world a better place. It isn't yet, so take very, very good and careful care in these most difficult times. And we'll be back. I've got another upgrade to do on this machine. I'm going to also try to track down that Firewire card and maybe see if I can come up with a better video card for this machine. So I'm not done with the Quicksilver yet. But until we get to that point, this has been Broken Electronics.